Meryl Streep is our celebrity sneeze of the week. Meryl is a celebrated actor who we all love. Any of us who have watched award shows know her from her acceptance speeches. If you like good movies, you've probably seen her act even. One of her big roles was in The Deer Hunter, a great film about the Vietnam War. No hunting deer whatsoever. She didn't. A lot of people think she played a deer in The Deer Hunter, and that's how she got her start, because she's just that good. She could play a deer or other four-legged mammals in the bush. But no, 4 children. A couple of them are actors, actually, and successful at that. Meryl's politically active, as all good actors are. Meryl is known for such films as Julia, 1977. That was her first film. Then The Deer Hunter, then Manhattan, then The Seduction of Joe Tynan. A bit of a porn there, but porns were prestigious back in 1979 when that film was made. They were shown in theaters, shot on film. People went to see them. Not a big deal. Kramer vs. Kramer, boxing film. The French Lieutenant's Woman. I think we're back into soft sort of Showtime porn again. Still of the Night, Sophie's Choice, which was a great film, made Meryl who she is. Sophie's Choice is Meryl's brand. 20 Academy Award nominations, 30 Golden Globe nominations. I feel like she's won them all, but she hasn't. She's only won a handful. She's only worth $90 million. 90! The greatest actor of all time that's piddly. You can't even buy a decent house in LA for $90 million. And yet that's all she's worth, according to the internet. 20 years ago, Jim Carrey was getting $20 million a film. For what? For being a buffoon. Meryl Streep, the greatest actor, one of the greatest skills there is in the world. $90 million for all the films she's done. 90 piddly little $1 million. And it's not like she's got, expensive yacht habits. She doesn't. Thank God. If you haven't seen a Meryl Streep film, if you're a stupid kid who only sees Meryl Streep on award shows, she does other things, she acts in films. Go to the video. You can't go to the video store. Go on the internet and rent Sophie's Choice. Sit down on a Saturday afternoon if it's raining or cloudy, because you need a cloudy day for a Holocaust film. Watch it. It's amazing. It's one of the greatest film performances of all time, if not the. I don't know what even would compare. Meryl Streep, our celebrity sneeze of the week.
You're listening to Sneeze with James Whittingham.
Well, welcome back to podcast number 2. I'm James Whittingham. This is Sneeze. We're all over social media. Sneeze Show, Sneeze_show on Instagram, because some dead person rotting in a casket somewhere had Sneeze Show all in one word. And it's just going to remain tied up for decades, I think, until Instagram is sold to the Chinese. All right, we're going to start the show. Before I get into anything, I'm going to start the show by generating a random color. I know it's the heady early days of this podcast, but I've decided that every episode should have a color randomly generated on the internet. It's certainly not a visual medium, podcasting, unless we posted me talking on YouTube, which I'm not going to do right now. But it's something that you can use in your mind for the rest of the show to imagine whatever you want. I don't know. This episode is going to have a random color. I'm going to generate it now. Here we go. Stand by. Corn silk. Corn silk is our random color of the week. Corn silk. It's barely registering against the white background. I would say it is a pink color. If you faded it out just to be barely distinguishable, this is like an eye test. I can barely distinguish it from the background. Corn silk. The silk of corn. Just a stupid color. Not a crayon color, certainly. If you were coloring with crayons, I don't know what you would color with this color if it was a crayon. Perhaps a dead corpse, a Caucasian dead corpse that has been partially bleached. Anyway, corn silk is our color of the episode. And if you can change your lighting to corn silk, and I'm pretty impressed if you can, or anything like that, something on your apps, or if you can open up corn silk, you just Google corn silk color and just have that with you for the rest of the episode. That'd be great. All right, so this is what I'm doing. I'm doing a randomly generated conversation topics, but I'm inserting some danger into it because I'm going to have a chance of having to do something physically terrible to myself, and that is snorting pepper. That's a long story why I'm doing this. I won't bore you with it. But this is what I'm doing. I've set up a virtual prize wheel, or wheel of fortune, some people call it, and nothing to do with the TV show. The TV show stole it from real world, where you can spin a wheel and it'll come up with random things. Okay, so I'm going to have random conversation topics on them. But one of them will be sneeze. And if I hit sneeze, I have to snort pepper. I don't think inhaling is going to make me sneeze, but it will make me damn irritated. So I'm going to snort the pepper, and then I'll spin the wheel again. And if I get pepper again, I got to do pepper again. But regardless, I'll do it with pepper in my nose and speak about whatever further topics come up. So there's an element of danger in it for your entertainment. And frankly, I get bored easily at this point in my life. I need some excitement, and this is living on the edge, okay? So instead of thinking of topics, I'm just going to have them randomly generated. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, although it may not work. We'll see. 5 episodes from now, I could be doing something completely different. So you're just going to have to stay tuned. Be sure to subscribe and come back again, if you don't mind. Okay, time to spin a wheel. Okay, once again, I'm using a virtual prize wheel. My computer will be generating it at random, as computers are very good at doing, randomly generating things. Okay, here's what I've got on the wheel this week, and it may be the same for a while until you people tell me something better or I come up with something better. Right now, it is one of the choices is question, so I will have a random question generated from the internet. Another one is net worth, so we will randomly generate the name of a celebrity, and we've already touched upon that in this episode, so it will be repetitive if that comes up. The net worth of a celebrity randomly generated. The other one is horoscope. I will read you a horoscope of myself. However, I've decided that horoscopes are so ridiculous and so boring that I've decided to use teen horoscopes. So this would be for Teen James. We will read and discuss my horoscope as written for a teenager. The other one is geography. We'll be randomly generating a U.S. city or town and looking into that town furthermore after that. And of course, the final one is sneeze. But before that, we have something even harder, and that is email. So I will have to write continuously for 1 minute an email, and you will hear me compose it to my friend Victor Lamb. And we'll get into that if that prize comes up, but I will compose an email for 1 minute to my friend Victor Lamb. And if I choke, if I stutter, if I stall, I have to do a sneeze, which means sniffing some more pepper. I have some Wendy's packets of pepper here because I do enjoy a Wendy's baked potato, which feels like natural food. I'm sure it's not. They probably impregnated with cow genes or something. But it's the most real food a fast food restaurant can have is just putting a baked potato in an oven. Of course, they give you salt and pepper packets with it. And in my case, in my town, they give you about 20 pepper packets. So I've got so much pepper. That's what I'm going to be using. So once again, the options on the wheel, which I will commit to no matter what, are question, email, net worth, horoscope, geography, and sneeze. Let's give the wheel a spin and see what happens. First, I'm going to take a drink. It's not alcohol. It's a soft drink, which I won't mention, but my friends know very well what it is. The wheel is spinning. We have pie shapes in the wheel that are blue, red, green, and yellow, and is passing geography. And is it going? Oh my God! It's coming very close to sneeze.
Geography.
But it did not hit sneeze. Thank God. Tune in next time to see if it hits sneeze. You see? It's an encouragement to come back to listen to further shows, because next time it could hit sneeze. And I must say I'm thankful. I don't have the fortitude today to deal with a sneeze, so I might be spinning the wheel again later. We'll see. Okay, geography. Let's generate a random U.S. town. We are online, connected to the internet, and another computer will generate a random U.S. town or city. Here we go.
Lubbock, Texas.
Lubbock, Texas. I repeat, Lubbock, Texas.
Lubbock, Texas.
Lubbock.
Lubbock, Texas.
Lubbock, Texas. Never heard of it.
Lubbock.
So we're going to look into Lubbock, Texas, and discuss it in detail in just a minute right after this swoosh. All right, I've delved into some information into Lubbock, Texas. I've pulled it up on the web, and it is the 11th most populous city in the U.S. state of Texas. Population of 255,000. Its nickname is the Hub City, which derives from being the economic and educational and healthcare hub of the multi-county region of Permian Basin. Where is it, you ask? Well, it's in Texas. It's in the squarish rectangular part at the top, the phallic sort of stovepipe of Texas. It is west of Dallas-Fort Worth and south of Amarillo. It's got about 255,000 people, all of them Texans. Lubbock has a large number of churches, a lot of Baptists. A lot of Baptists have flocked to Lubbock, which is a stupid name. It was founded in 1876 and named after Thomas Saltus Lubbock. Saltus is his middle name, and his last name doesn't get any better from there. Former Texas Ranger and brother of Francis Lubbock, a governor. Oh, yeah. I see. So you bro's the governor, and you get a town named after you. That's how it works in Texas. Still does to this day. Texas has a college. Okay, Lubbock has a college. It's a lot of mentions of churches. Notable people from Lubbock, Texas. Buddy Holly. Buddy Holly was born in Lubbock, Texas, if you can believe that. Dixie Chicks singer Natalie Maines. I like her. Wow. This a-hole of a city in Texas has given birth to both Buddy Holly and Natalie Maines, two famous singers. It's got a newspaper here called the Lubbock Avalanche Journal. There's the Windmills and Corvettes car show. It's coming up. American Legends, Windmill and Why? Why is it called Windmills and Corvettes? Coming up on Saturday. The show will feature 50 Corvettes as well as a windmill display. Not in a million years would you or I have combined Corvettes and windmills, but in Lubbock, Texas, they have done just that. The event will be indoors, which is not a good place for Corvettes or windmills. And it's $5 a person. Kids younger than 6 admitted free. God help you, you Christian idiots. Also coming up on, let's see here, Saturday as well, Silent Wings Museum. Silent Wings Museum. There's a museum for silent wings. I believe it's an airplane museum. Oh, they're silent because the airplanes are models, you see. They don't fly. They don't make any noise. They're just models. That's brilliant. Choose from different World War II models to build and paint yourself while learning the history behind the real machines. You know, based on what I know about Lubbock so far, and I don't want to be too cruel here, but I'm not completely dismissing the possibility that they are painting themselves while making models of World War II planes. I don't know that it's misworded. I'm not convinced of that. I don't know about you. $30 per child. And I think for that fee, that would more than cover a model airplane and body paint. That is really, really weird. I'm getting an image in my mind. All right, let's look at the, oh my God, there's a, looking at the newspaper section for Lubbock, Texas, and there's civil court filings, and there's also divorce proceedings. In your local newspaper, you could look up to see who's divorced. Well, let's see who the lucky couples are this week. Laura Hernandez and Henry Johnny Hernandez have been granted a divorce proceeding. Wow, what a town that has to be. This is divorces granted. What a town. Who gives him the right to do that? That is such a get out of my business, you stupid Baptist idiot Texans. I'm sorry, Texas. I love you. Most of you. Half of you, at least. So is that to discourage people from getting divorces because you're going to be publicly outed? That's just disgusting. What a different way of looking at things. And a jaded one, too. And I don't blame them. C. Riley and R. Riley, that's nice. Don't give your full name when you're filling out the papers. How did they get just their initials? And they also post court filings, civil court filings in the newspaper. I'm just wondering if somebody goes over from the newspaper and says, "Hey, Sally at the courthouse, I'll take the divorce filings and civil court filings for today, please." Every day they go and collect them, or are they faxed? Is the courthouse a willing participant in this know everything about your neighbor kind of town? Anyway, check out the news, the local news, just to be sure that we know everything that we can to get a total feel for Lubbock, Texas. Former teacher's assistant accused of sending nude photos. Teacher's assistant. She doesn't look happy. She is a very unhappy woman, this person who's accused, as you would be, sending nude pictures to children. So that's the kind of look. They all have the same look. Yeah, she is not happy. Why did I do that? Why did I send these nude pictures to a child? I don't know, but my eyes are saggy, and I'm very sad with myself. A 24-year-old former teacher's aide at Stanton Middle School sent nude. Middle school, it's not even high school. You couldn't even wait till they're in high school. You sent nude images of yourself to a 14-year-old. Why? Well, maybe it's because everybody knows your business in Lubbock, Texas, and that just screws you up. I'm not making excuses for her. She is accused of sending a minor a digital image of an adult woman's genitals. Wow. She went right to the genitals. It wasn't even, a boudoir picture. It was like, here's my genitals. It was, wow, women actually send dick pics. That never even occurred to me. To middle school people. And the 14-year-old boy sent several pictures of her genitals to other people. And that led... If you are, and some of you probably are, a middle school teacher's assistant, do not send pictures of your vagina to your students. Because you really can't trust a 14-year-old not to spread vagina pictures around to the other guys. If you really think he's going to keep it to himself, you are the stupidest person in the world, and you should not be a teacher's assistant. And that's all for today's show. We're not going to give the wheel a spin. Again, because I filled too much time obsessing about Lubbock, Texas.
Lubbock.
Now I have to go there. See? This is like tourist. They should be paying me money. I want to go to Lubbock now.
Lubbock.
I'll be back again with another show. I'm going to keep them short. You let me know what you think about that. sneezeshow@gmail, or contact me on the social media. Sneeze Show, sneeze_show, Instagram, because stupid name was taken. Anyway, I'm James Whittingham. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you again. Subscribe.